Good evening, everybody. This is Michael Wendiger, CEO of Asante Organics. Oh my gosh, I didn't put on that light. Look a little tan. Hey, wow. Now I look like my brother, and that's real, actually. So for that, tonight we are excited, and this week we're moving, and it's an exciting time when you have that kind of growth that you have to move into another location. And it's great. It's awesome. And I took some people in today, which I shouldn't probably have done. I'm sure, everybody else at corporate is like, oh, what's Mike doing? Right. But these people were like, I was like, I want you to take a little ride and then we're going to see where you're going to go to next time you stop in here and pick up your products. Right. They were like, whoa, they couldn't believe it. And we're like that too, right? And it's a good thing because we're growing, we're we're educating. That's what we are. We're an educational company. And you know, I think when you look at the home-based business space, it's kind of like you all you see is all this stuff, whether it's online or you're in, oh goodness, you gotta look at that, look, and it's just all this noise, right? And I think now people are in a place where they want to, get better, feel better, do better. And when we're watching the world sitting up and taking stuff out of products that should have never been there in the first place that cause health issues and crazy things, well, we've been around for a long time, not doing any of that from the very, very start. So, and it's kind of like I said to somebody, I said, now that that's all happening, I'm sure people are like, well, where am I going to get my stuff from? Where can I go? And I said, we haven't changed a thing, nor are we, because we're all plants, only plants. And we're excited. And it's a very good time for you guys because you're getting in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. And you're with a company that's got products that was nominated for a Nobel Prize in nutrition, got products that the strongest alkalizing products in the world, been all over the media and still will continue to do so. Um, wow, over the awards that we have, the Greenpeace Awards for the ingredients in the skin and skincare and home care and the personal care products for, just all the things at the office. We actually want you to visit the new headquarters because everybody that comes in gets a feather duster so you can just dust these things off because they're out there and I'm not doing it. Right? It's like every time I come in, I'm like, oh, I got to get dusted again, you know, every week. So come join us, right? And with that, I want to, why? Why should people look at Asante Organics? What's the attraction? And you know what? I see somebody on here. I hope he's not going through storms again. Okay, because I want you to hear the storm of Dominic Perone. Dominic, why should people get involved in Asante Organics? Come talk to us.
What's up, man? Yeah, we had bad storms last week. Yesterday I took the Sea-Doo out and ended up getting rocks in the engine in the shallows, so that was fun too. So, real quick, not to take up too much time tonight, Michael, but Asante Organics, you kind of said it early on, with the changes that are, if you think back about election time and everybody's wondering, which way is the nation going to swing? If the election had gone the other way, we wouldn't be having the conversation about these chemicals and stuff like that, the toxic stuff being taken out of products because they would have just kept doing the same thing that they had been doing. So for years. So the fact that now all the stuff is getting taken out of products and people are becoming aware that for years they've been poisoned, it's the perfect opportunity to be able to talk to your friends, family, relatives, neighbors, coworkers, and everybody, strangers, whoever, about this opportunity. I mean, the superstore with the cleanest products. It's just like going to the store nowadays, just any other store and buying stuff there. It's just diverting your money into a better, healthier fashion. So I would consider it smart investing because if it's kind of like if you had the choice to spend this much on a piece of junk car, this much on a nice car, and it was the same amount of money, which way would you go? Well, you'd go with the nice one, right? Why? Because it's better. Well, that's what we have is better. So if you're going to spend this much at the store buying toxic junk, You can spend this much at this store buying healthy products. It just makes sense if you're going to divert your money, divert it to the health side. So, especially with the way the economy and the nation is going right now, prices are still what they are, you know. So it just makes sense. I mean, for me, it just made sense because it's really easy to talk to anybody. I mean, most people on here, even if you're an introvert, you're at least talk to the people you know. I mean, and that's how it starts because you don't know everybody they know. So if you talk to them, they'll talk to the people that you wouldn't talk to. So if you're an extrovert like I am, you'll just talk to anybody. So, it's a really easy opportunity. Tammy's smiling. Tammy, are you an extrovert? So. I like talking to everybody. I'm always willing to help out people. I kind of meet people where they're at. I kind of see so when I reach out to somebody about this opportunity, I talk to them. I kind of find out what they're wanting out of life, what they're wanting out of this, what their hopes and dreams are. Is it, better health, better wealth, better both? So, meet them where they're at, introduce them to the products, educate them a little bit on why you joined the opportunity because your story is the passion that's contagious when you talk to somebody else. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a great time to join. It's the green movement is just now starting. Daniel always talks about that, how the green movement is just starting, and with it just starting, it's the perfect time to share the opportunity that you have in front of you before everybody else jumps on board and you're standing behind the lines at that point. So get out in front of the ball, share this with everybody you know. Like I said, introduce them, tell them why you joined and tell them the products that you started with and what they've done for you. And your story becomes a story that brings them involved, and then their story will get their friends involved. So it just works like that. Talk to one who talks to one who talks to one, and you'll see what happens. So always willing to help. Anybody that needs any help, you can reach out to me at any time. I'm always willing to help folks and do whatever I can to grow this company with Michael and the team. So with that, I'll hand it back to the man with the new business and the new building, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but Dominic was in our old building, so now he's got to come back out and see the new build, right? And you know what? I was thinking about this the um last night. And Robert Herjavec, who's one of the guys on the Shark Tank, and he was talking about sales because people got to buy something, right? And you know what? And I thought about this and I took it a little bit further because it needs to go there, right? Is that good salespeople, they sell features. They sell features of whatever it is that they're selling. But great salespeople sell outcomes. But really, really great salespeople, they sell feelings, right? And you know, you get out of a visit, or I should say, um, with a relationship, or when you first meet somebody, you're going to get out of that, what you're, so the person that you're talking to, they're going to remember you because you made them feel better. So you've achieved something because you really listened to what they wanted as far as their needs, and you're here and you're able to accompany those and be able to show them that, look, you don't need to use toxic things to get results. You can get them with ingredients that nourish and heal the body the way that it used to be a long time ago, the way our grandparents lived, because that's the way they did live, right? So when you do, um, when you do listen to somebody and show them how this can help them and make them feel better, you actually open yourself up for another another phone call because people never remember what you say. They remember how you make them feel. Hope that sets in because that's what we're doing here. We're helping people. If I can stress more than anything else, that's what we do. And we do it all day long, every day. And that's what I think. And my passion is I hope that's what we're remembered for because we change somebody's life. And we put that into every single formula. You can see it. I mean, you can feel it. You understand it. We sit down and we think of, different things. We're going to have some new announcements here shortly in the next week or so. And wow, some really good stuff coming out. So it's just not a matter of moving a building. It's about some new things and enhancing things to the formulations that you guys are going to just, it's just gonna wow you. So with
Yeah.
to talk a little bit again, we are on a business call. So we want you to understand how to build a business, how this business is, the whole perspective of what we're doing. And Thursdays, we're very structured. Thursdays, we're going to do a call with Jennifer Lee. Hey, Jennifer Lee Ann. She doesn't even know she's going to be on that call, but she is. And she is going to talk about alkalizing and how she's using the products in her practice. So that's on Thursday. Thursdays are products, businesses opportunity, bring people here. Every week, you bring 5 guests, get $100 or $150 in product. That's huge. We're helping you grow. That's what we're doing. So with that, to talk a little bit more about the products and how do we make money? And there's a lot of ways, but two of the most important things that we want you to hear, you're going to hear from right now with Dr. JJ.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Dominic. Boy, as we said, it is an exciting time, and we're so happy each and every one of you are part of it. And now it's just a matter of you getting the word out. And for getting the word out, and really that's sharing, it's not selling, we're going to pay you very, very well. And we're going to offer you 6 ways to get paid. Tonight, I'm going to go over 2 of those 6 ways. You don't have to choose 1, 2, or 3 of those 6. You're eligible for all of those 6. 2 of the ways we're going to discuss today circle around a system called residual income, meaning you've done the work one time and you can get paid over and over and over and over again. Sounds amazing, and this is how it works. As you educate people, as you steer people in the right direction, as you give people the information, send them to your website, and they have been given the opportunity to try our toxic-free products. And you might say, Dr. Levine, what products? We've got the products that you and your loved ones use every single day already. You don't have to convince them to brush their teeth, wash their body, probably take nutritional products, clean their house, clean their clothes, make their house smell good, in our case with organic essential oils and so on and so forth. We've got all those products, but the products your friends and family members, people that you love, have already been using, I bet you 99% of them are using products that have horrific ingredients in them. You don't have to take my word for it, or Michael's word for it, or Daniel's word for it, or Dominic's word for it, because now our government's finally starting to admit that the ingredients that they've allowed in our products since the 1930s, when they were granted self-regulation, that's true, are now going to start going away. They already have. But as Michael said, we don't have to change anything. We're one of the only companies that don't have to change anything because we've been toxic free using organic ingredients since the beginning. That hasn't changed. Now, what you have to know is the products, the ingredients that your loved ones have been using are linked to horrific diseases, much more than skin and eye irritation. And I'm not trying to use scare tactics. You start looking at those ingredients, and the way to read an ingredient label is start from the bottom up. And you're going to see that the stuff at the bottom is some pretty scary, scary ingredients. Probably a lot of them you can't even recognize because they're made in a lab. And the reason why companies use them is because they're cheap. Well, as you steer people in the right direction, as you get people educated, and now they have a choice to continue to use the products that they've always been using to wash their body, brush their teeth, meal replacements, whatever the case may be, in one hand. And then in the other hand, we've got other products that are guaranteed to work as well as these products, but our products have 0 toxic ingredients in them. We've got ingredients that are designed to nourish the body, not cause dis-ease like the products they grew up with. I've never met a person yet that says, I'm gonna stay with the toxic stuff. They're done. I mean, you just allow people to try a sample of our toothpaste for a week. They're not going back to Crest, Colgate, or Tom's of Maine. Ours tastes better, it operates better, it functions better, and ours is toxic-free and made from organic ingredients. So as you do that, here's the cool thing. Think about all the products that you use currently or your family use currently. And they probably use, in most cases, the same products over and over and over again. And as those products start running out, as the tubes get thinner, as the bottles get less product in it, they instinctively go online or sometimes go to the store and buy more. Well, they're going to do the same thing here. They're going to fall in love with our guaranteed products. They're going to love that they're toxic free. They're just going to keep buying more and more. And each time they buy more and more organically, without even having to call you. you're getting paid. And we have one of the 6 ways that we pay is called the endless team bonus, where you're going to build two teams, a left team and a right team. And you're going to tell some people who tell some people who tell some people, and so on and so forth. And all these people, as they fall in love with our products, are going to order more products, typically each month. Most people are spending about $100 to $150 a month on our products. And again, this is money that they're already spending at the store or online with another company, but now they're going to like our products better, and ours are toxic free and theirs aren't. So now they're going to be spending this money. The volume from all of these orders, whether you know these people or not, every time they order and reorder, you can earn 10% of that volume on those sales and resales. And if that's all we offered you, that'd be really awesome. I mean, I know companies in this space that'll pay a couple of levels, 2, 3, 6 levels deep. This pays to unlimited levels of depth. And I've heard of a few companies that say, oh, we paid unlimited levels of depth too. But as you read their small print, they say we pay you to unlimited levels of depth, and then in small print up to this amount. We don't have an up to this amount in this pay plan. You can earn as much money as you want. So if you tell me you want to earn an extra $500 a week, you can do that with this pay plan. If you want to be a superstar and earn 6 figures a month in this pay plan, you can do that as well. We've got room for everybody. That's called the endless team bonus. Now, as great as that is, the next part of our pay plan, if you're a money person or entrepreneurial at all, a numbers person, this should keep you up tonight with insomnia, excitement. You'll need some of our organic lavender oil to help you sleep. This is called the 100% check match, and no other company does that. We talked about the endless team bonus, the 10% of all the volume below you, that. But as you invite people, as they visit your website, as they start getting an endless team bonus check because you personally enrolled them, you can match their endless team bonus check up to 100%. We're not going to take anything away from them. We're going to match their check up to 100%. So for those who have been in the industry before, and as I scan across the people that are on this call right now, some of you have earned a lot of money in this industry. And I know that you are and or know some people that have been superstars in this industry that have gone on to earn 6 figures a month in this industry or more. Well, if you're one of those people who enrolled those people, am I saying that you can match their endless team bonus check 100%? Yes, I'm saying that. And just like the endless team bonus, there is no caps or limits on that. So, let's say in your entire career, you enroll 10 people in this company. I mean, I want you to go out and share this with 100 people, 1,000 people or more. But let's say you've got 10 people at the end of the day. 1 and 2 of them probably aren't going to be making a lot of money, but maybe there's the third, fourth, fifth person's maybe making $100 a week. But maybe there was that one gal who's earning $25,000 a month in this company, in the endless team bonus. But you add it all up, let's say, add up everybody, the ones that you brought into this company. Let's just say it's $26,000 for even numbers. Well, they're all getting their share of their endless team bonus. We're not taking anything away. But because you're getting a 100% check match, you're getting a matching check of $26,000 above and beyond the other 5 ways that we pay. So here's the great thing. If this is your first time you've looked at a home-based opportunity, you're blessed. If you've been in this industry before, I'm going to tell you what, you're home now, because I guarantee you this, you're not going to find a company that has better products, better ingredients. You're never going to have to make an excuse about our ingredients. You can't do better than toxic-free and organic. And you're not going to find a company that has a better compensation plan. And the reason why I'm driving those two things home is because this is an opportunity call. So if you are looking for a home-based opportunity, you found it, you're home, we're ready to lock arms with you. And I can promise you this, we're not going to let you down. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to our CEO and founder, Michael Weniger. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And guys, timing and positioning is so important in this space. My brother and I have been around here for 40 years. We have seen people that did extremely well because they were in the right place at the right time. I'm talking so far up, upper 6 figures and 7 a month. Not that that's going to be you, because everybody has different goals and things like that. But we know these people personally, but we've also seen very, 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 very good people that got involved in things that wrong time, not right, everything else, and they didn't make anything, because there's something that you have to understand when you're looking at a business, understanding a business, understanding the timing of business, understanding transfer buying, ditching and switching, doing, having a business where you have things that people use every single solitary day because that's what they do in their life. All these things play in your favor. And when you start excluding a lot of these points, it doesn't. So it's a simple, simple, simple creature. But to explain a little bit more about that and timing and positioning, guess what? My brother Daniel, he'll tell us how.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I always tell people that Asante Organics truly offers a once in a lifetime business opportunity. And people say, well, Daniel, that's a pretty bold statement to make. I said, well, let me back it up. The world's going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Once the world has gone green, obviously it's too late. All the millionaires have been made. Now, we offer the easiest and the most lucrative business opportunity in our industry in the whole world. Let me break that statement down for you. Easiest. Any other company, you have to be out there hustling product. You have to, be selling, say, be a salesperson. And if you want to create a generous income every week, you have to be a pretty good salesperson hustling your product. Not here. We don't sell anything. What you're going to do is you're going to go out and educate people on the products that they buy every single month already, and they're using every single day on them and their loved ones. And once they know what we know, 9 out of 10, they're shocked, they're appalled, and they're not using them anymore. So there's the easy part. No selling. Just educate people on the products they're already buying. Okay, so very, very easy. Lucrative, like Dr. JJ said, in a nutshell, 100% check matching bonus. Let's say you just have 10 people that get it, and they're just making $500 a week. You're making $5 grand a week with the check match, 20 grand a month right off the bat. So look, timing and positioning are crucial, right? If you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're a wealthy individual. And that's what we offer here. Only 9% approximately of the world is green right now. That's a beautiful thing for everyone on this Zoom from a business standpoint, and a horrible thing for 91% of the world taking a shower and using products with hundreds of chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. We're not talking skin or eye irritation. We're talking liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, reproductive problems in females, cancer. I can go on and on. So Forbes magazine, business journals around the world are calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. I want to talk about that for a moment because it's really important. Paradigm shifts are extremely rare. Most human beings will only experience one or two in a whole lifetime. The last one any of us could have got involved with was back in the early 80s. 1982-ish, Mr. Jobs creates the computer, Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet is born. Now, if you were first online selling anything, from toothpicks to baseball caps to wristwatches to picture frames, I don't care, you name it, you are a multi-millionaire today. Timing and positioning. I tell people all day long, go online, open up your website, your store, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none because there's already hundreds or thousands of websites around the world selling what you're trying to sell. No, unless you're an inventor and you created something that doesn't exist, right? Now, these business journals around the world are expecting no, let me take a step back. So the internet, show you the power of a paradigm shift, created more millionaires than any other product category niche in history. And they project the green movement to create more millionaires than the internet did. So again, the only reason 91% of the world aren't using these products, and only 9% of the world is green, is lack of education. These aren't stupid people. These are accountants, engineers, all different walks of life. They just don't know. They haven't talked to me, myself, someone on this Zoom, and they don't know. Daniel, when I talk to people, oh, how can that be? Our government wouldn't allow those chemicals. I'm like, oh boy, time out. The FDA, Daniel, I go, let me tell you about the FDA. They regulate, it's a Food and Drug Administration, and they do a horrible job at regulating food and drug. But here's the facts of the matter. In 1936, our government granted self-regulation to the personal care industry. Do the math. 90 years ago, right? Pushing 100 years. Nobody regulates your personal care products, as crazy as that sounds. Parabens, phenoxyethanols, butylene glycols, PEGs, stuff linked to horrific disease and illness. And that's why you got such a massive rise in cancer rates and Alzheimer's and dementia. It's because of what you're putting into your body. Okay, it can all be avoided. It really can. So at the end of the day, here you have a company. They're calling the next paradigm shift in life. Shucks, we missed out on the last one. Are you ever going to see another one? I don't know. Most people will experience 1 to 2. Okay. So a $400 investment in Microsoft in 1982 would yield you $40 million today. In 1982, I was 30 years old. Not 30 years old. Please listen to me. 18 years old. Okay. I could have scratched up $400 and I wouldn't be talking right now. But you know what? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But now you have a chance to be involved in the next paradigm shift in life. So timing and positioning, crucial when creating massive wealth. And what I mean by that, timing is everyone here, early in the beginning, okay? Because in our industry, the masses fall underneath you, whether you like it or not, and you're involved in a real small database. So everyone on this Zoom has the opportunity to become very, very wealthy. And then positioning with a company that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. Look, the world's going green with or without you. You have 2 choices. You can sit back and watch it go green, or you can truly make a lot of green from it going green. But you can lay your head down at night when you're making a lot of money and sleep really good because you're making that money in your heart, knowing that you're truly helping people. Because you're just educating, you're not selling them. Let's face it, in our industry, there's a lot of magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches, drinks out there. There's so much stuff. It's crazy. Again, you got to be a hustler, get out there and selling. Not here. Products that people are buying every month, using already, but making their families very sick in a lot of cases. And you're just going to be an educator, an organic influencer, I call it. You're going to educate people on the products. Once they know about it, 9 out of 10 are switching. So I think I hit on all cylinders. Don't complicate the business. At the end of the day, in our industry, it's just a numbers game. Who makes the most money, Daniel? I go, I'll tell you, it's real simple. Let's say myself and Barb Addison join at the same time today. We join. And Barb sharing it with 10 people a day, and Daniel sharing it with 5 people a day. I don't care if it's a month down the road, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road. Barb's making twice as much as Daniel because she shared it with twice as many people. She got twice as many no's and yeses from the business opportunity, twice as many customers and users from sharing the product, therefore has twice as much volume and makes twice what I do. People complicate this. They take these courses and they buy these books, and you can train yourself broken to death, to be honest with you. This is a simple, simple business because, again, you're not out there trying to sell anything or hustle products to people. They're already buying them every month. They're using them. You're just going to take a little time to educate them. We have some videos. If you go to gogreengetpaid.com, there's 3 videos on there. The Toxic Truth and 10 Americans, and then Go Green, Get Paid. I always tell people the first 2, Toxic Truth and 10 Americans, explain the horrific global problem we have. Over 8 billion people in the world, 9 out of 10 wake up every morning, they stretch, yawn, they get in the shower, and they do their thing. Before they leave the house, they put 150 to 175 chemicals in their body linked to serious, serious disease and illness. And now here's a solution to the problem. Go watch Go Green, Get Paid. There's a solution to the problem with the product line and an incredible business opportunity if you're looking to make some extra money, where you can work from home, part-time, make your own hours, and truly make a full-time income. Let the videos do the work for you if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. That's why we created them. So I'm always here to help, whether it's a training on building your business, where it's a training on alkalizing or on some of the products, what have you. I set Tuesdays and Thursdays aside just for the field. My extension's 103 at the office. I'm willing to do three-way calls with you if you like. If you got a prospect, you're not comfortable yet. I know we got seasoned people on here like Dan, I don't need your help. And I get that. But there's new people that may. Dr. JJ is very accessible. Michael's very accessible. You're never going to find a corporate team like here at Asante Organics because not only are we very accessible, try getting the owners or the president on the phone from any other company. It's not happening. But the icing on the cake is we're all distributors at heart. I got in this industry at 18 years old. I am now 60. It's hard to say that, but it is what it is. I'm 30 in here and in here, but 42 years. I joined a company 2 weeks later. I got signed Michael up and got him involved. Dr. JJ, our chief marketing officer, been in the industry, I believe, 25, pushing maybe 30 years as distributors. Now we have the company, but we're distributors at heart. So we know what it takes. And we're here to help and share and help you build if need be. A lot of people are like, dang, I don't need any help. You kidding me? I get it. The world's going green. People are poisoning themselves just, by their personal care products, household products, laundry detergent, dish soap, not just personal care. We're much more than that. We got nutritional, we got supplements, we got the best gut health in the world, the best alkalizing division in the world, meal replacement shakes, right? Essential oils are still very, very big. All 100% toxic free and organic. So thank you so much for being on the Zoom. Hopefully I got my point across and made it pretty simple. I try to make it simple because it is simple. And with that being said, I will throw it back to Michael.
I was just thinking, when you think about this company, how nice is it that you actually are getting paid to shop and earn cash back on all your online purchases that you're already doing, but you're converting what you already spend and buy into earnings. That's huge. Absolutely huge. And being able to talk to people and tell them, look, because you own your own store. I own the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world with leading products in all these categories. It's huge. Absolutely huge. And like Danny said, you create your own speed. That's what you have to understand is that, there's nothing, you can't say the right thing to somebody and you can't say the wrong thing to somebody. So get out there and tell everybody what's going on. And guys, at the end of the day, let me say this. I'm trying to think. I was told this a year ago. We work with some of the leading research centers around the world, and this makes a lot of sense. And at the end of the day, we live in here. I don't live in here. I live in here. What am I putting inside of here? What am I putting on top of here, right? It's supposed to be the temple of the Holy Spirit, right? And what are you putting inside of your temple? What are you doing? Okay? Because at the end of the day, tonight, even tonight, you've done one or two things. One or two things. Okay? No matter how small or how large you put anything inside, on top of you, because what you put on top of you is going to be inside in about 26 seconds, inside the major organs within 5 to 8 minutes. So what did we do? Let's sit down and think tonight before we go to bed. You've done one of two things. You either, one, participated in your life, or two, you participated in your death. And it's just that simple. You get to choose. Taking care of your health is your responsibility. We're just helping people understand it, educate them about it, and then help them along the way. Just helping them. So with that being said, thank you for your time. We're grateful. We're thankful. We're humbled. And, I'm telling you, if I could, I do got a little crystal ball at my office. It's on my desk. But if I could actually show you, rub that thing and show you guys where you'd be in a few, in the next however long you want to say, next year, even at this time. It's huge. It's huge. So get out there and tell everybody about it. And don't care, because you know what? They get it right away and they're like that, just like that. I watched Leanne bring in a couple people today, right? Just like that. Two, they're going to think about it and they're going to get it within 7 to 10 days. Number three, if anything comes up in their life that they need some help with, from a health standpoint, they're going to be calling you up and going, hey, I remember when we spoke about this. So can you help me out? And the answer is always yes. So with that, God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your businesses. Be here Thursday night for myself and Leanne and learn a lot about alkalizing. Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. And thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions for us, you know how to get a hold of us. And we're always available to help. So have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.